everyone, welcome back to Mommy with Purpose. It's me, Ebony, to come and do part 2 to our series, How We Got Here, Mama. So today we're going to be talking about self-pity. So last week we talked about self-love and self-hatred and self-worth. So make sure you check that video out. Also go 2 videos back to see the Mommy with Purpose checkpoint. This is where you can track your growth and see what stage of Mommy with Purpose you are at. So make sure you do that, and let's get into today's video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Share with a mama that you know needs this content, okay? So let's get into it. So let's talk about self-pity. So what is self-pity? Self-pity is the excessive, self-absorbed unhappiness about one's trouble. Self-pity makes you turn yourself into a victim. Self-pity makes you wallow in your problems or what's bothering you. Self-pity makes you magnify the situation bigger than it needs to be. Self-pity makes you isolated because you're always making your problems bigger than someone else, or you can never celebrate people because you're always focusing on your problems. And when your problem is this big, self-pity wants to make it your whole life. Self-pity wants to tell you that you are incapable because of this. You are incapable of becoming a lawyer because you were raped. Like, I understand we need to heal from rape. I understand that's huge. But you can still move forward and become an amazing lawyer. But self-pity wants to make you stay there. Self-pity's purpose is to paralyze you into inaction. I'm going to say that one more time. Self-pity's purpose is to paralyze you into inaction. I can't do this because of this. And what I suggest that you do is to have a heart of gratitude. This is one of the major ways to overcome self-pity, is to have the heart of gratitude. Yes, this happened to me. Yes, I have this disability. Yes, I have this thing that I have to overcome daily. But I'm still alive. But I still have breath in my body. But I still have a destiny. I still have a purpose. There's always a solution. There's always a better way. So this week, I want you to write down 5 gratitude points every day this week until next week, Wednesday. I want you 7 days. So 7 days this week, I want you to write out gratitude points so that when self-pity tries to come, you have a reservoir of gratitude to combat that self-pity. Second thing I want you to do is, whatever the issue is that's making you magnify it, that's making you make it your whole life, that's making you turn yourself into a victim, I want you to dissect that and think of ways that you can overcome that. For example, I am visually impaired, and the enemy wants to attack me and say, oh, I can't be a good mom because I'm visually impaired. I can't take my son on a mother-son date. I can't, drive my son to school. I can't do this. The enemy used to try to attack me before my son was even in the earth and say, you will never be a good mom because you can't even take your son to school. Like, what kind of mom can't do that? But then I would, take that and turn it into gratitude and say, I thank you, God, that I have an amazing husband who will drive me and my son to school, and I can ride in the car with him, and I can see my son off to school. Thank you, Lord, that I have an amazing community who is supportive, and if I need to take Emmanuel somewhere, they can drop us off and we can have an amazing time together. There's always a way to work around it, and even if it's not, let's find something else that you're great at. Let's find something else that you can do. There's always a way to overcome it. And self-pity wants to make you so blind to even the other gifts and talents that you have. Let's say you are paralyzed, and your dream was to be an Indy 500 driver. Well, you can't be an Indy 500 driver, but what if you're really good at drawing? What if you can be a designer for the cars in the Indy 500? What if you're really good at communicating? What if you can be one of the people in the dispatch of the Indy 500? Just because you can't drive doesn't mean you can't do anything involving the Indy 500. So I want you guys to overcome self-pity this week. Write down other things that you are gifted and talented at. Write down other solutions that you can do to still make what you want to do happen and to overcome whatever is troubling you. And I want you to write out gratitude points for every day this week. Things to be grateful for so that you do not wallow in self-pity. So because self-pity can lead to depression, because then you're so focused about it, then you become depressed about it, and then you don't go outside anymore. Then you just stay inside watching TV all day, and that's just not good and not healthy. And this might be one of the reasons that you're not momming with purpose, because you're struggling with self-pity. So hopefully this video was helpful. I know it's short, but I will talk about this more on the Momming with Purpose podcast, so make sure you check it out. I know today is different. I don't have the lights, the cameras. I don't have any makeup on. I'm overcoming self-pity. I woke up feeling super sick this morning, and the enemy wants to tell me, oh, you can never get over. You can never win. Whenever you try to be consistent and do your YouTube and do your podcast, it's always something with your body. You always feeling sick. You always feeling tired. You wake up tired every morning. But what did I do? I said, okay, I may not have the energy to put my makeup on. I did not have the energy to get up out of my bed to eat until 2 or 3 o'clock today. I may not have that energy, but I can go ahead and get on camera without makeup. I still have a voice. I still have my phone. I can still create this video. So this video, I know it looks different, but this is me overcoming self-pity. I'm not going to let the enemy magnify my health issues and make me inactive because of them. I refuse. So I hope that you refuse to not let the enemy make you inactive. Don't let self-pity make you inactive. You got this, mama. I love you. Have an awesome week.